Oh, God, that's always really creepy. When the AI is like, call me this, it's like, nah, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
This is the one that I'm most skeptical about for the simple reason. If AI were to do it, don't you think this would have been a bigger news?
Hallucination is basically a lie, but you can't really say it's a lie because it's not nefarious. It's not
Right.
trying to trick you.
I mean, now we're talking about the philosophy of lying,
Yeah.
right? Hello and welcome to I Should Have Known, the trivia game show that can't be trusted. Each week, our Quizmaster will present you with 4 facts about a topic, but one of those facts is a lie. So this month, we're doing AI Should Have Known, AI-themed and AI-generated episodes. And to kick us off, we have our Quizmaster Tanner,
Hi, everyone.
and he is going to be presenting a traditional style show about artificial intelligence. So he's going to give us 4 facts about AI, but one of his facts is a lie. So join me, Andi, and our other host, Sups, in trying to figure out which one it is.
So today we're going to start from the beginning, where AI came from, talk about how it works and how sometimes it doesn't work.
Okay.
But first, we have to start with our pub quiz question, the PQQ.
The PQQ.
If you've been listening to season 4, this is a new thing where at the top of the show, you're going to get a pub quiz or bar trivia style question to kind of open up the topic.
Mm-hmm. So what movie is this quote from?
Oh, no.
And you get a hint. It's spoken by an AI.
Okay.
Okay. The quote is, "I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. Attack ships on fire off the shoulder of Orion. I watched C-beams glitter in the dark near the Tannhauser Gate. All those moments will be lost in time like tears in rain."
Is this R2-D2?
No.
I wanted to be, is this Wall-E? Honestly, I don't know that many movies with AI.
Is it like Her?
I think it's gotta be A Space Odyssey.
2001 A Space Odyssey?
Yeah.
Okay, so now give us a hint.
It's from 1982,
Oh, no.
Oh.
Okay.
based on a book.
Oh, no. I was
I
going to say the
know
only
it's-
other movie I know is The
That's
Terminator. That's also not right. I don't know.
It's from Blade Runner.
A Blade
Oh, of
Runner,
course.
yes. Yeah.
I guess androids are
Yeah.
AI.
Yeah, exactly.
That makes sense. And then that's what that creepy dude says.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw that movie once,
Yes.
maybe. Okay.
Which one's better?
You know I didn't see the new one. Are you kidding me? What a joke. I've barely seen the old one. You know I haven't seen the new one.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right.
let's get artificial.
Fact number 1. The term artificial intelligence was coined in the 1950s.
Okay. Right off the bat, as a linguist, I'm very skeptical of that. That does not sound nearly old enough, but okay, tell me about it.
So in the sense of the capability of a machine to imitate intelligent human behavior, this is the first known use.
Okay, maybe now it's more reasonable.
Okay, so nowadays this means an entire field of computer science and things like that. But in 1950, Alan Turing wrote a paper called Computing Machinery and Intelligence. This didn't actually use the term, but they were definitely talking about intelligent machines and the idea of making a robot that has a working memory and that can learn from experiments and its mistakes.
Right.
That's what they were talking about in the 40s and 50s. So the first time the actual phrase was used was in 1951 when a computer program that could play checkers was created. And it learned by playing against humans. So this is why it was artificially intelligent. This idea was really taking off because in 1956, Dartmouth in the US, they had a summer research project and they called it the Dartmouth Summer Research Project on Artificial Intelligence.
What year was that?
1956. So by that time, it was already well known enough. An expert could get an invitation to this and they would know what it's about.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a very inspired term, but okay, like to specifically mean like artificial in the sense of like a man-made manufactured device or tool, then sure. But I still feel very skeptical that in all of English history, even if we just ignore Middle and Old English and just think of modern English, we're talking about 500 years, no one ever put together the words artificial and intelligence and then meant it like that.
In that sense, I think this one is right because the period that he talks about is about the time just after the Second World War when there were like a lot of research programs
Yeah.
and it was being taken more from like a lab to wider access, you know?
So like it does make sense because early computing, like video games aren't a thing. The internet, of course, is not a thing. So like for them to be jumping to what to us is now feels like a very modern technology, maybe that's where he's trying to trick us. If you think like, no, AI must be newer. Oh, actually, it's from the 50s, but I think it's even older. But I have to hear more facts.
All right. Fact number 2. AI chatbots hallucinate false information because they were trained to repeat patterns.
Oh, no. So AI hallucinations. This is interesting because when I was researching my episode, it did this.
Yeah, we're definitely going to bring up hallucinations and lying in the next couple episodes.
Yeah. So yeah, the next few episodes this month are going to be predominantly AI generated, where the AI is actually creating the facts and the content. So yeah, it's pretty weird.
Yeah.
I think it just gets stuck in its own loop. It's not hallucinating in that way that we understand hallucinations.
Right.
Maybe you should explain what an AI hallucination is.
Okay. So hallucination means an AI chatbot will confidently tell you a fact and it's false. And it's been trained to predict what the next word would be in a phrase or what the next sentence would be. And so it can just kind of make up a fact. It's just designed to repeat a pattern and figure out what you want to hear. And it has no value for truth.
Yeah.
Hallucination is basically a lie, but you can't really say it's a lie because it's not nefarious. It's not trying to trick you.
I mean, now we're talking about the philosophy of lying,
Yeah.
right? Does malicious intent, do you have to have that for it to be a lie?
Yeah.
But yeah, that makes sense. So like chatbots, we're talking about like those are language based, right? Like I actually did computer generated research when I did my master's. It wasn't an artificial intelligence, but it was computer driven. And it does this exact thing where it can search a lot of text. And then when you give a word, it'll list like the most common words that come after. And so that's how like the AI is trained.
Exactly. Yeah. And it goes back to the idea that AI at the very essence of it is math, right? It's starting off with calculations. So it's trying to look for those patterns. And when it can't find any, they're so advanced that they can create.
Right.
Yeah. But going back to the fact, this was a big fact. And we're like we have bitten that it comes from patterns. So we actually have to be more skeptical of that. It reminds me a lot of like autocorrect. Because if you do like that thing on autocorrect where you just hit like the next word and you make a sentence based on like what the next word would be, that's what you're describing.
Right. It's like predicting.
Yeah. But that doesn't seem advanced enough. If my phone's autocorrect can do that, I would think there'd be a deeper, more complicated reason why the AI would be doing it. I guess my thing would be, well, what does he think we should know if it's not patterns, right? If he's lying. So I don't know. That's kind of tricky. It'd have to be something like, oh, of course it's because of this. I should have known.
Right. So should we move on to fact number 3? Yeah. Fact number 3, AI tools have been used to discover new planets.
Wow, that's a very simple yes, no.
Hey, AI, find me a planet. Here you go. Is that how it's
not quite that easy.
Is that a hallucination? Did it hallucinate planets?
Yeah. All right.
So I have a feeling this has to do with like finding exoplanets.
Yes.
And how it's much easier for us to collect the data than it is for us to analyze it. So it makes a lot of sense if you could use an AI to do it, because it would just learn, oh, this method's not working here. Let me use this other one. It's like having an intern.
Yeah.
The question, though, is have they actually done it already?
Yeah, doubt it.
So tell me more.
Okay. So you're exactly right. This is about exoplanets. There's been over 5,000 exoplanets found outside the solar system. And last year, they found a new one with AI. And so what they do, like at NASA, is they take photos of the sky, like space, right? And they're looking for the beginnings of exoplanets. So they call them protoplanetary disks. These are usually found where like stars are born. And so they are taking a photo of a star, hoping to find a disk, which would tell you that a planet is forming. So that's a lot of steps already for a human to do. And so they take all of this data, and the researchers gave an AI this, and they trained it, and they asked it to find protoplanetary disks and thus exoplanets. It did that, and they confirmed that it was on the right track. And so they said, where else should we look? And it said, look over here.
Oh, dang.
It flagged the area around star HD 142666
Oh, no.
where they hadn't identified any planets. The humans checked, and there was indeed an exoplanet forming there.
Devil planet. 666.
It's
Isn't this like a script of some? I think it's like a script of some Marvel.
I mean, it's one of those things where honestly the trick is, because I genuinely believe it will absolutely be a fact that AI will help find planets. That's just a fact. So the question here is, have they already?
Yeah.
It sounds like it's probably real because I think AI now is on that level, and NASA can definitely use way better AI than we can get. So I think it must be real, right?
Of all the three that I've heard so far, this is the one that I'm most skeptical about for the simple
Ooh.
reason. If AI were to do it, don't you think this would have been a bigger news? Like, I'm drawing a blank.
I mean,
Not that I'm saying I know everything,
yeah.
but
That's
you
always
know.
a bit tricky because you're relying on your memory recall.
Right.
You might have just missed this. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's possible. I guess maybe we would have thought it would have been a bigger news.
Yeah. But it's a very 50-50 fact. But anyway, I don't know. I'm skeptical about this one.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Interesting. We have one more.
All right. Fact number 4. Sunspring, written by an AI, won the Academy Award for Best Live Action Short Film in 2017.
Wait, what?
Have you ever heard of the film Sunspring?
No, because you invented
No.
it, obviously.
Exactly that.
It's a 9-minute film released in 2016, written by Benjamin, which is what the AI said to call it.
Oh, God, that's always really creepy when the AI is like, call me this. It's like, no, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. So this was in 2016. So before ChatGPT and all of these advanced ones came out. Those came out in 2022. So with this one, they fed it sci-fi screenplays. And they said, write a movie that's similar to these sci-fi movies from the 80s and 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And so it churned out this script. It called it Sunspring. And so they filmed it with Thomas Middleditch, who is in Silicon Valley. And that one episode of The Office, he's Dwight's brother.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the main character.
Okay. Now I know.
that
Now
guy.
I know.
That guy.
That's good context. Thank you.
And so it's like on this futuristic ship, and there's these 3 people living together, and they're in a love triangle.
Love it.
And the first line in the film is, in a future with mass unemployment, young people are forced to sell blood. That's the first thing I can do.
Wait, that's not the future. You know
Yeah.
that it basically exists today, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly when, but I do remember when it was kind of really trendy to have AI generated scripts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, write an episode of Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
It would be pretty awful. So I guess this
Yeah.
seems possible. I don't know if you guys have realized, but I'm not the biggest movie fan. Me
You're not?
missing, I know, right?
Oh, wow.
Me missing some Oscar and not noticing it from many years ago, that checks out. I don't know if I would have remembered this was real if I had heard about it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think the time period is right. I think around that time it was really popular. 9-minute also checks out. I would have totally not believed if it said that it put together like a feature.
oh yeah, no, it would have fallen apart.
I have a feeling this might be true.
It might be true.
It might be.
I think the movie exists.
Yes.
But I would say maybe the least believable part is that it won an Academy Award, because I'm sure it was awful.
Yeah.
And the only reason it would win is because of the novelty. But I don't know if the Academy is the kind of people who like novelty.
Yes. Which category did it win?
Best live action short film.
Okay.
Right.
So he did put in the word short.
Yeah, of
Yes.
course. Of course, it didn't win Best Picture. We
No,
would have
of
remembered
course.
that.
Yeah.
What,
Do you remember the winner?
Do you remember 2017? Let's take a wild guess.
No, I don't even know if I can remember what won last year.
Okay.
Well, even if you ask the hosts, I think they would be confused because the winner was, do you remember, Soups?
No.
Was this the one where they messed it up?
Yeah.
Okay,
so it was not La La Land.
No.
It
No,
was Moonlight.
Moonlight, Best
yeah,
Picture.
it's that here.
Yeah.
So definitely, okay.
I didn't see
Yeah.
either of those movies.
No?
Nope.
Okay, wow.
She says she doesn't watch movies. Maybe have you seen Zootopia, best animated film that year?
I have seen Zootopia.
See, there we go.
Okay,
So that would also make sense why we don't remember.
yeah.
Because the big thing was the flubbing of the Best Picture, so no
Yeah.
one's even talking about the AI short. But I don't know. It's pretty sketchy to me that it won.
Mm.
I could see that it existed. Maybe it was nominated,
Mm.
but it won?
Yeah.
That's the biggest lie to me.
I have a feeling this fact is true, though. I'm less skeptical about this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, before we make our official guesses,
Mhm.
our official artificial guesses, Tanner, can you please repeat all of the facts and then we will discuss them and guess?
Certainly. Fact number 1. The term artificial intelligence was coined in the 1950s. Fact number 2. AI chatbots hallucinate false information because they were trained to repeat patterns. Fact number 3. AI tools have been used to discover new planets. And fact number 4. Sunspring, written by an AI, won the Academy Award for Best Live-Action Short Film in 2017. One of those should not be believed. It is a lie.
All right. So are you still thinking number 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on number 3.
Mm.
I feel good about number 3.
Yeah.
I'm between 1 and 4.
Okay.
I think 4 because he's trying to trick us being like, oh, you don't believe the movie's real. Movie's real. But it didn't win the award.
Okay. Okay.
And then number 1, I would have thought that we would have put those
Let's see.
2 words together sooner.
Okay. 1 is the one that I'm most confident about
Mm-hmm.
because I think the date, timing, all of this checks out roughly.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of imagine that in the later Enlightenment, there was a lot of discussion about the future and about the nature of intelligence. And I don't know, it wouldn't surprise me if some writer had theorized or come up with this idea of, you know, an artificial intelligence,
Yeah.
like an H.G. Wells kind of thing. So that's kind of where I would have guessed.
Okay.
And so that's earlier than Tanner said. So that's where I'm skeptical.
Mm.
And number 2, it's like, I don't know what it could be, so I'm just going to believe it. I think it might be number 4.
4. Yeah.
I don't think it won.
Yeah. And I'll go with 3. I just have a feeling it should have been a bigger news than it was.
Yeah.
So, okay. I'm going to go with number 3.
All right. So the big reveal is fact number 4 is a lie.
Uh-huh.
Yes. It did not win. It was not even nominated.
Mm.
The winner for live action short film for 2017 was a movie called Sing. It's Hungarian from Christoph Dayak and
Oh,
Anna
it's not
Udvarde.
the animated Sing
No.
with the pig that sings?
No.
Very different. Yeah. No, this movie sucks.
Oh, I'm sure it's terrible.
Sunspring?
Right.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
But that's what's
Yeah.
funny about it.
Yeah.
Right?
The Academy would never allow it to win.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
No, fair
Yeah.
enough.
The like lines are terrible. But then they made a sequel the next year.
They should just use a better bot every time and see how much better the movie gets.
Yeah.
Then you could
Yeah.
kind of track over time.
Right.
Yeah.
And even seeing the improvement from 2016 to 2023 with GPT-4, if you ask that to write a screenplay, it's so much better than what
yeah.
this is.
Okay.
Makes sense.
It does make sense the Academy wouldn't touch that. They'd be
Not yet.
it'd be
You
like,
never know.
yeah.
Not yet.
Oh, I fully believe that we'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there. But not yet.
Not yet.
Well, I should have known.
I should have known.
Thanks for listening to this episode of I Should Have Known. We'll be continuing with more AI-themed episodes, and actually we're going to get into AI-generated episodes after this one. Next week, we're going to hear from Sups, who got the AI to write us some poetry. So stay tuned for that. And if you don't know, we now have a YouTube channel where you can watch episodes, but most importantly, you can comment and like the episodes much more directly. So please like, subscribe, all that YouTube-y stuff. And what is your favorite AI-themed movie that you've seen? And we'll see if Andi has seen it.
Yeah.
The answer is probably not, but we'll find out. And as always, thanks for listening. I know some humans who talk a lot like chatbots.